So there's a lot of research that exists showing that focusing too much on money, being materialistic, can have negative consequences for happiness. So people who say that they really like stuff and who wrap their self-identity around acquisitions and purchases and status-related consumption, that they are less happy on average. There's also research suggesting people who are time affluent, people who feel like they have enough time to do all of the things that they want to do or have to do, are also happier. But there was really no research looking at, well, how do people, maybe a unique path to happiness isn't just about how much you value stuff or how much you value time, but it's about how you make decisions between these valuable resources. We might be faced with decisions about whether we want to work more hours, work overtime, or go home early and spend time with our kids, choosing to live closer to our place of employment and commute less, but pay more money and have a smaller place to live. Even on a daily basis, we make decisions about, do I give up my time to search for the cheapest price? And all of these kinds of trade-offs are implicit trade-offs between your time and money, either a gain of money or a loss of money. And so I really wanted to understand, generally, how do people trade between these resources, and the way that they think about these trade-offs, how does that impact happiness? So we ran a whole series of studies, and I'm still running studies on this question now, asking people a really simple question. Are you more like Taylor or are you more like Morgan? Taylor values time over money, and Morgan values money over time. So Taylor would rather work fewer hours, for example, and have more time. And Morgan would rather work more hours and have less time. And we posed this question to working adults all over the world at all levels of the income spectrum, young and old, men and women, highly conscientious people, less conscientious people. And what we find over and over and over again is people who say that they're willing to give up money to have more time are happier. And why that is because they are more likely to engage in casual social interactions. They spend their time in happier ways, so they're more likely to volunteer. They have better social relationships. They make time to spend more time with the people that they care about, which we know is really important for happiness. And interestingly, they don't make less money necessarily. It's just that they have a different mindset when they're going into making decisions around time and money. And so that was a really interesting finding from a lot of my research, is just even the values that we have, the mindset that we bring to decisions around time and money can have really important consequences for our happiness.